My relationship with Robert Irwin is quite unique. I kind of think of him as my fairy godfather. Around 1974, 1975, as an art student, I was trying to understand contemporary art. Someone said, "Have you ever heard of this guy, Robert Irwin?" And I said, "No, never heard of him." So I looked him up in a library and I thought, wow, this guy's really cool. And I saw he was having a show at Pace, and I wrote him a letter telling him that, I really like your work very much. Is there any chance I can meet you or whatever? I get this phone call from this guy. And he said, "Hey, I'm gonna be in New York. Why don't you come to New York?" I said, wow, this is great. This guy actually called me. I had a Volkswagen van at the time, and we get in the van, the engine blows up. We can't go. So I call Irwin up and I say, "I can't come." He says, "Okay, I'll come visit you in Buffalo." What? I was in shock. So he came to Buffalo, came to my studio. We sat around, talked for like hours, it seemed like. Bob was out there like the Johnny Appleseed of art. He was like helping artists to understand art. He was an incredibly important American artist in that sense. It was quite miraculous what he was doing.
Now, when you walk through the world in a world in which everything is ultimately defined or distinguished by values, and certain things are meaningful, certain things are not. The world takes on a particular structure, visual perceptual structure based on that hierarchy, all right? You take contemporary art, what it did was, mainly, first of all, was flatten out the hierarchy and allowed, in a sense, the artist to begin to have to look at the world starting over again without, as it were, a series of hierarchical elections, but rather simply looking at each thing as an event in itself.
This idea of perception and phenomenology, things like that, breaking down boundaries of art, I think that was what was really important, what he was doing. Sometimes his objects are quite frustrating because you feel like he's trying to put these enormous ideas into an object that can carry it. His influence is beyond his work. The fact that he did this thing where he traveled around to talk to artists. He came to see me in Buffalo. I get quite choked up about it.